As expected, and you're absolutely right on that front. It's that element of, if we were commentating this time last year, I would have spoke about how, Shaneak used to be this very, matchup dependent, character connoisseur. There'd be sort of 2 or 3 different characters that he would chop and change between. I think in this sort of past year, he's really just put a lot of faith in Inkling and has really just continued to rise the ranks. I mean, this is a player that can win pretty much any event that he attends when he is playing on form. But of course, Kirb0 going to be absolutely taking it to him here in this game, once time in a small battlefield.
Yeah, it's going to be a really interesting match. I feel like even these first few interactions is going to kind of set a little bit of a precedent for how the set could go. Because I mean, right now we can actually see Kirb0 just doing sort of what Kirby does best, actually, just keep that distance. But finally, Shaneak is finding a little bit of gas, getting in, using that safe back air, gets the grab, lands it, and I mean that's just immediately evened up everything right there. That's what I was waiting to see, how Shaneak would respond to all this initial damage.
That is a very good grab on that roll from Shaneak. That is clean reaction. And the ledge trump splat bomb. And that? Okay. And the edge guard comes out from Shaneak, who waits for the final double jump to come out from Kirb0 and takes the first stock after a slower start.
I was going to say, it felt like really Kirb0 was in the passenger seat for the first part of that, but then, as you mentioned earlier on, those mix-ups that Inkling has against Kirby, who's either trying to crouch or maybe trying to parry a back air, Shaneak was just using them perfectly, and then, a couple of reads in advantage later, and suddenly it is Shaneak with a pretty decent lead at the moment. Of course, Kirby has got some quite decent kill power to him, so it's going to be interesting to see. I do wonder if we were aiming for the footstool there, of course.
So yeah. I think we were all thinking that. I think that was definitely aiming for the footstool, which is a very interesting thing to bring up, because that is actually one of the principal ways of edge guarding these multiple double jump characters, because when you double jump, you are completely vulnerable to footstools as long as you're not doing a move. Up the animations and side the animations are footstoolable, but only phantom footstoolable, but normal jumps, fair game.
Oh, that was stunning. Just using the splatter shot to keep Kirb0 away so that he couldn't air dodge to the ledge. And then just had the forward air locked and loaded, ready for the upbeat attempt. It's just so good. Clearly Shaneak, even despite the fact that, these two potentially have never played in tournament before, Shaneak feels like he's got the matchup on lock.
Who warmed Shaneak up in this
matchup? Yeah, right.
It has to be
what other Kirby have we got in the building right now? Own up.
I don't think it's in the building, but I think Nightpixel, I believe they're friends. I believe they might interact a fair bit.
I think this is where we've seen the matchup before, because I think Shaneak and Nightpixel have played.
Yeah, perhaps. And yeah, overall, like you said, Lizzie, actually looking phenomenal at the moment in this matchup. It's very clean. Finally, Kirb0 gets down there, but doesn't get an upkill after the auto cancel. So we're not looking at too much percent. He is caught in the corner. That's not very safe. Kirb0, Shaneak gets a little bit of a free, and Kirb0 is sent off stage at the moment. This is a bit difficult. He's trying to navigate around with double jumps and does get back into the stage. He's not finding any sort of percent. He's not finding any sort of win. And at the moment, Shaneak is kind of just controlling the pace. He's nice and slow after going time after time. They take their turns, but Shaneak is the only one getting any sort of a win.
So impressive to see from Shaneak. The fact that there are so many of these empty hops, and sometimes just empty hopping in front of Kirb0 shield and then just dashing away, just to really make Kirb0 think twice about swinging for the fences, because it's so tempting. You think, right, if I land next to Kirby, they're going to back air out of shield, they're going to maybe up smash out of shield depending on the angle that you go at. But Shaneak is just really making it difficult and making Kirb0 think twice. However, don't need to think twice with a ledge trump like that. Kirb0 managing to get that second stock on the board. However, quite the big deficit. And Kirby, he is a light boy. It could be curtains at any moment.
Yeah, I mean, this is where it now gets really dicey for Kirb0. There was an opportunity to get back in this. Kirby certainly can do it, but this character is light and can certainly get scooped up by any of Inkling's kill moves, and they are very much numerous. Shaneak taking game 1 now. Very nice. So, I mean, again, sort of, one of those, I feel like Shaneak was very much in the driver's seat, kind of very quickly onwards from, even that sort of that first start. Kirb0 starting to kind of make that bit of a comeback, but it's tough when you are such a light character to make that much of a comeback.
Yeah. It's tough to not swap over the stages as well, because we're going straight back to small battlefield. I did catch what Shaneak was banning. He's banning all of the long stages. He's banning Kalos, he's banning FD, he's banning City, and I think it's very fair. I think Kirby is really strong on these flat stages because there's no platforms to kind of mix it around. You just have to deal with the guy crouching, and it's really hard to do anything from the air. But Shaneak clearly quite recognizing the fact, and overall, looks good. I like it going back to small battlefield. I think Shaneak is playing the character very well on this stage, and I think unless Kirb0 can sort of mix things up, especially off stage, this is going to be quite the difficult situation.
I think it's going to be a really interesting set going on from now, actually. Like, now that we've kind of seen how both these players interact after that first game, I think we've got a very, very interesting set that could go very much back and forth. We have to see how this game 2 locks in, as they are, of course, running back with the Inkling Kirby. There was no changes there, but we are seeing a change in stage, I think.
I believe that's small battlefield again.
Oh, was it small battlefield? Oh, it was small battlefield. Never mind. All right.
You just don't listen to me. You just don't care about what I have to say.
No, I always care about what you say. Just it's not sometimes.
Doesn't feel like it.
Anywho, of course, back to small battlefield, as we have been saying, and it is Kirb0, and this has been the thing that we saw right at the start of the first game as well, but something that we didn't really see is, of course, these extended strings from Kirby. That is the one thing. We mentioned it a little bit earlier, you know, ironically enough, with the Kendrick Joy-Con match, where you almost like, when you get that win in neutral, you really have to make the most of it, and Kirb0 very, very much making the most of those situations there, and just a hefty forward smash to take that first off.
Yeah, that kind of starts to see. Very, very good start from Kirb0, like you said. Extended advanced stage, he's amazing at those. He knows how to finish out a lot of extra set that people simply don't see. And yeah, good recognition of the jab on shield. Spat shot, the jab is pretty unsafe. All of Inkling's jabs basically are unsafe, but I believe that's mainly when he smashed out shield. It's a dominant fashion by Kirby. And speaking of dominant, this game, Smart.
This is a much more aggressive Kirb0 than we saw in game 1. I feel like very much just like turned on the jets here, just going full into another gear here.
Yeah, can we talk about the up air to prevent that as well? Because obviously when you're in the middle of the move, it was the Phantom Footstool. Whether it was going to be sort of like a get off me option, or, you know, just to avoid that, and a spot dodge up smash as well. Kirb0's insane, I've got to say.
Yeah, Scotland is so back right now. This is really looking tough for Shaneak at the moment, and I don't know what's changed really. I believe there's been a bit of a change of pace. That's an amazing edge guard though. Those edge guards haven't changed.
Love the weave away from the rock as well.
He's still really good at that, but I believe Kirb0's just kind of switching his pace. He's approaching a little bit more. He's going in with these full hops a little bit more rather than staying out and like waiting. As he realized waiting isn't working too well, so he's moving better. But right now Kirb0 is kind of simply seeing better. He's forcing these scramble situations, and Kirby is simply stronger in those situations. And Kirb0 is very, very good at recognizing, it seems, when Shaneak's going to swing and times very strong defensive options.
Trying to go for that roller there and a second one to boot as well, just to get that early kill. Of course, Kirb0 outside of a smash attack, very much out of that kill range so far. However, the up throw, up air, yeah, not quite being enough just yet. And the question is, oh, I love that attempt there from Shaneak. And hey, if the third up here, you know, don't succeed, try again.
Yeah. Really good juggling from Shaneak right there. Just really good situation. He's going to reset it. And now we have this beautiful situation. Inkling, not knowing having some options off the ledge, not knowing having some options in disadvantage in general, and it's going to be those situations that are going to be very perilous for Shaneak as he's put on the opposite side of the stage this time. Still in disadvantage. Sour Bear comes out, and there's just
say so many flavors, and yet Shaneak is not liking to taste up any of them. Kirb0 evening up the game count so far, and as we said, it was just that real sort of breakneck change of pace, right? It was the fact that Kirb0 was so much more willing to be aggressive. We saw more and more of those sort of like those 3, 4, 5-step strings in advantage, and then just, you know, really taking it to Shaneak. So we're going to see, yeah, going straight back to the same characters again. I feel like Shaneak is very much locked in with the character, but you know, you've been sort of proposed with a new situation. Is I'm going to fight you, we are going to scrap, and now it is the question of how is Shaneak going to respond?
That's the question. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, it's literally as you said, like you are having to deal with a completely different game plan now in this game. You've got to adapt. But it's all best of 5 for a reason. There was time to adapt. This is not a final game. There's so many more ahead of us. We'll have to see what Shaneak can do. And again, already seeing a little bit of a response here, keeping that distance away. I feel like Shaneak before was very much charging in, just, you know, as you said, Joycey, just ready to scrap. But now actually he's keeping a little bit of a safe distance. You know, maybe sort of throwing out those flat shot, keep throwing out those back airs, which are very, very safe, and forcing Kirb0 to be the one that actually approaches.
I love back air. Really nice move, really nice and safe, keeping me warm and toasty.
Pays your rent.
Yeah, Shaneak just setting up shop, setting up a little campfire, like just taking his time so he doesn't have to interact with this little monster of a character. But at the moment, Kirb0's been pretty good at breaking the pace. In particular, you'll see space inside of the back air, so that you can nair or search out shield and put into some really strong pressure situations for this team back air in terms of what he does out of shield and just immediate follow-ups. And right now, Kirb0 is making very good use of that by taking the first stock of this game, and it is up to Shaneak to sort of answer.
Not a fan of these rollers going in and out of the corner. Great stuff from Shaneak, just taking a moment there to wait and react to Kirb0's drift. I love that attempt there, but unfortunately not quite getting the sweet spot with that up smash. Again, another down smash to try and catch Kirb0 a little bit asleep at the wheel. And it's such a scary position. And just look at that movement from Kirb0, just tempting Shaneak into center stage, saying, this is what you wanted, right?
That's why, Joycey, because like you make one little sort of, you give one opening, that's just it after that. You just lose your stock entirely. Shaneak finding that opening, taking the stock away, keeping fairly close, but Kirb0 is still slightly ahead right now and looking to capitalize on this lead as much as physically possible with Zanatti.
Yeah, this is tough. Shaneak right now really just not being able to get anything started. 9% there, nothing afterwards. Gets the dash attack, but that's only 18. And it's kind of like he's playing a percent. The fact that he can't find grabs or jabs is so significant because that's the entirety of this combo game. Finally, we get a follow-up off the back air, but the trade means he doesn't get to really continue that advantage state. And he's kind of left still lacking overall. The parry does get us a little bit. Follow-up grab, and we're off stage. It's Inkling. We trust that she's going to cover. But what about the ledge situation? It's an amazing recognition of that down smash. Again, we're put off stage. This is the back and forth where he's not winning in this situation.
Oh, that was beautiful. I love the empty hops there to threaten the back air and then just go for the grab anyway. Lovely movement from Kirb0. Looking to take this stock away, still on the hunt, but Shaneak is playing this so carefully now, is not going to engage in the slightest.
Camp on. Genuinely,
it's just a way to do it in this game.
Seriously camp right now. No.
Yeah.
Camp right now. Even now, camp.
Honestly, it's such a scary position to be in though, right? The fact that when you're at that 170, 180, Kirby can sneeze and it'll be the end of your stock. So it's so tricky. However, Kirb0 getting a fourth throw at the edge of the stage, trying to get something a little bit more with that back air, but Shaneak meeting him with one of his own. And again, another stunning edge guard, not respecting that up B and for good reason, getting those forward airs each and every time.
He cancelled the hitbox with the down B to start off with. The smart bomb cancelled it for the up B, so he can meet it without getting hit by any of the hitboxes.
So damn smart.
He's very smart. Clever guy. That's a clever jab as well. Great mix-up. And finally some ink on this Kirby. Can we get a grab? Because that would be a lot of percent. And we'll finally be able to answer back for all of the damage, all of the pain that Kirb0's inflicted so far in this game. Right now, both players are taking it pretty slow, pretty patient. Kirb0's winning a bit of these CQC scraps, and this is what I mean. You can't fight this guy up close. He's going to win those situations. You must put a bit of distance. And even if that means like taking your time, you have to, because right now Kirb0's left with the lead. It's clear why.
So scary with that ledge coming up there. Obviously, one back air will seal it up right now. Kirb0 is certainly on the hunt right now, but he's got to be careful because, as we've said so many times, Kirby is not a heavy character, but that forward air feels like it's got a brick in those boots sometimes. Gonna take that stock away, and Kirb0 going up 2-1 after dropping the first game.
Not heavy, but heavy hitting for sure. Kirb0 is... Thanks, man. I work hard.
You certainly do. You certainly do. But yeah.
He says reaching for his back bottle.
Hey.
Anyway.
Hey, so.
Okay.
You know what? If the Inkling isn't working out, then we've got to bring out the big guns. I'll put the 599 into the pin, and we're going straight for it. Of course, as you were mentioning earlier on, Zanatti, this on paper, a much nicer matchup potentially. However, of course, you know, Kirb0 having an Aegis of his own as well. It is worth noting he uses it for specifically one player, which I find hilarious. But at the end of the day, you're still piloting that character at a high level. You know their strengths, and more importantly, you know their weaknesses. And he's going to be looking to really push those weaknesses on to Shaneak and complete because it was round 1 with 3.
Wait, which player was that?
Octave.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I think it's okay that you know Time is weak because so does everyone. Everyone plays this character and everyone knows exactly what this character struggles with. You can see that a million times. It's not that the Certain, that frame 2 air dodge, essentially Foresight, getting out of the semantics and getting a little bit of percent on his own. But yeah, you know, Kirb0 knows this match for sure. Everyone's practiced it, everyone's played it to a degree. It's up to Shaneak to decide to play it in a different way, or just in a better way than everyone who's come before him, because we know that Kirb0 is capable of beating these big sorties, even with Shaneak. Guy can still fire.
Yeah, Shaneak just really trying to drift to the ledge there, but sadly fell a little bit short and ate a dash attack for his efforts. Kirb0 with a very, very fragile lead, particularly with the raw power that is Pyra. But certainly Kirb0, again, very, very good at playing evasive. And here we go, a bit of an unorthodox option, 33% tech chase, 2 forward tilts, 42% on the board. Not as much as you could get, but that's still solid, solid start.
Oh no, we're still on Pyra. We're still on Pyra and we're in disadvantage. That is one of the worst characters in the game. She has a terrible air dodge, she has a terrible roll. She's really bad at escaping those situations. And Kirb0 proved it, 87% racked on fairly easily. And there's still no stock, and that's a rock.
Oh, this is so tense right now. Yeah, and that's just, this is why I feel like we've been avoiding the Aegis till now. It's literally what you said right at the very start of the set, Zanatti. There was so much just chance, so much threat of the down air, the cheese onto a character, a bad recovery like Aegis does. And this is a real uphill battle for Shaneak right now. Not out of it, but has got to climb.
And it's something that Zanatti, I know that we've spoken about a lot off the mic as well, but the fact that there is a real, in order to sort of pilot Pyra Mythra at that high level, you really need to have a solid rate of precision. This character is fairly high maintenance, don't get it twisted. And for Shaneak to maybe just be bringing it out for the first time in the whole tournament, it may be that, you know, we're seeing a couple of nice little strings at those low percents with Mythra. However, it is the Pyra, and maybe it's just those little moments where it isn't quite warmed up.
Pyra, you'd assume, is like really strong in this matchup because she's got this massive sword that's very active against Kirb0 and when. But the problem is Kirb0's very smart at breaking zone, and the moment he does break zone, the match is all of a sudden massively in Kirby's favor, because all of a sudden this character that has terrible CTC options, is very, very bad in defensive, is getting pressed. Wow. With a very early confirm, and that is why Pyra is good at the matchup. He also kills down early. We are on stage right now. Shaneak is at the ledge, finding his way out, and up throw's not going to be the one to kill here right now. That's why he pummels, but it is a perilous situation right now. 139% in Kirb0 is no strange to stray hit kills.
One back air, one forward air, even could do it, and that is indeed going to be what takes the set away. Kirb0 going 3-1 up, taking the set, moving on in top 8 of loser's side.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, really, really stunning performance there from Kirb0 after dropping that first game against Shaneak's Inkling, just really adjusting that pace and then even managing to continue that with the character switch as well. It's so impressive to see him constantly surpass and surmount these almost like, on paper, really difficult like matchups that you've got to deal with time and time again. And piloted by some of the best players that we've got in the whole continent. Don't get it twisted, not just the country. But speaking of which, we have got